Hello everyone, happy Friday. I'm Steve, Mark's at work, and this is Smokey Steve and Mark. So today we're gonna have a little coffee. Last Friday I did some coffee talk. I kind of liked it, it's a little more casual. So, and even though it is a beautiful 75 degrees here, I'm feeling self-conscious about being bald today. So I'm wearing a hat. So do indulge me, thank you. Now, I am in charge because Mark is not here. And one of the things I wanted to catch up on, God forgive me, is our girl Foodie Beauty. Chantal Marie, Big Beautiful Me. Now, she's really the only person that I follow that I even feel compelled to give a response to, react to. I don't do reaction videos. I don't put the video clips in the corner. But to even give her the time of day, because the worst parts of her remind me of the worst parts of me. So when I look at her, I'm trying to find compassion for her somewhere. And believe me, she doesn't make it easy. So the last video I posted about her was, I guess, maybe a week and a half ago or so. These are Mark's glasses. He doesn't wear them out of the house. So I'm going to go back that far. I have my laptop and see what she's posted since, and then bring that up to, I guess, last night or the night before, where she had another stunning revelation that she was dishonest, and then pretty much address what she said in that video. So going back about a week, she had decided she was going to go off YouTube for a month to find herself, whatever. And I think that was the last video I recorded, and I said, I hope she does, I doubt she will. Well, she didn't. So I was a sucker with that, though I pretty much knew, you hope for the best, prepare for what's really going to happen, and that's what happened. Then, right after she said that, she said she was back, sort of. She just changed her channel name. She posted a video about eye makeup. Notice the glasses, it's such a Friday. Then she went to Comic-Con. Then she pulled out my 300-pound life, obesity-related health issues. She changes and tweaks the titles after she posts videos a few times, usually based on feedback, I think, from people who comment. And then if the comments get too real, she'll disable either for that video or all of them. So she posts that, and it's emotional, and she doesn't really say anything that you haven't heard other people say about obesity. Objectively, and this is my perception, her face looks a little more full than it did when I started following her maybe not that long ago, 6-9 months. So then, from what I understand, she went apeshit on Instagram because she decided to be vegan again. And she went to some freaking like petting zoo, barn, whatever, and looked in the face of animals and was very moved and was crying about it, and then got very indignant and was posting these morally superior things all over Instagram. They're deleted now. You can't go back and find them. Okay. I don't like superior vegans. I don't like superior indignant people, period. I slide into that time to time, and I need to get checked for it. Mark checks me relatively well when I need it. But if I don't check myself, believe me, somebody else will. So, and often I have it coming because I can get a little big for my britches. But so can she. Again, why I kind of relate to her in the most disgusting ways possible. The most unflattering parts of myself I see in her, which is the only reason, really, like I said, I bring her up. So she pets some animals, and then she goes back to the ER because she's having shortness of breath, and she thinks it's her clots and whatever. So she does a video about that. Healthcare in Canada is very different. They send her home with medications that I think in the US they might keep you for. I don't know, unless things are not as serious as she's presenting. But again, it's another country. Things might be handled differently. I don't want to weigh in on stuff I don't know too much about, so I'll just shut up about that part there. Next video, she sends an apology. She deleted the following video after that. She weighed in on the whole Nikocado avocado. Who's the other woman he's fighting with? Something paid us. I don't like either of them, of those people. I'm not a big fan of Nikocado avocado for no particular reason. I don't watch a lot of mukbangs. And the times he hasn't mukbanged, I've seen him weep. He seems like a decent guy, but if ever there was an ugly cry, he's got a really good ugly cry. But I've seen him be like really sincere and then really shady. So, I mean, no hate, no love. And the other woman, not my kind of person. So I really didn't care that they were fighting, but apparently she ran her mouth and then backtracked because she didn't watch the video she reacted to. So whatever. And then the confession. So apparently, after all this indignant, superior nonsense about veganism, she comes clean that she's been binging on chicken and dairy. So first part of the video is, of course, a lot of smoke being blown because she's trying to kill time until she comes up with her revelation. And she changed the name of the video from something with the word lie in it to something else to now it's I have something to confess. So she swapped it up a few times. Am I surprised that she was lying, binging and lying about it? No. No, she says she's a food addict. Addicts lie. I was an addict. Addicts lie to your face and then might tell you a little bit later about what they were doing. She's done that like over and over and over again. And that's something I had done over and over and over again. So I can click with her on that part. And then she's crying. Now, as to the crying and weeping and personal revelations that she was having, a couple of the revelations were that she wants to be a person with integrity. That would be a great place to start. Before you even get on the scale again or start another fast, learn a little about integrity and try to get it together. Nobody's perfect. None of us are saints. Well, some of us may be later, I don't know. But I'm not. But, you know, integrity is what you do when nobody's looking. That's probably not the exact definition, but it's a nice working definition. And if when nobody's looking, you're doing the exact opposite of what you're telling people, then something's interfering with it. Is it addiction? Is it you're just a liar? You know, not everything has to be medicalized. Because you're saying one thing and doing another doesn't necessarily mean it's a medical issue or a mental health issue or an addiction issue. Some people are just dishonest. And when they get caught in a lie, they, you know, weep and cry and go on about it. So, and that's their way of trying to cover for it and play victim. So again, I always like to believe the best about people. I'd like to believe she doesn't know any better, because that takes some of the responsibility off of her. But there's so many other options that it's quite possible that she's just, you know, trying to screw us all over and just get more views. So it's very possible that that's the direction it is, and that the new premise of the channel is not her weight loss, it's the flip-flopping. That is the premise. That's what gets the people coming back. That's what gets reactors to react to her. And Amber Lynn went silent for a while, so Chantal probably picked up a little attention in the meantime. So, after the beginning of her crocodile tears in the video about how she had something to say and wanted to be a person of integrity and yop yop yop, and then said she was binging, she started to do some, what I thought was almost real talk about eating disorders, about how when she was coming out of the hospital for this second blood clot scare, whatever, and she was waiting for BB, her boyfriend, fiance, the guy that lives with her, her betrothed, to come pick her up at the exit. She was sitting in the wheelchair, waiting to be discharged, and was looking at the vending machine thinking about what to eat. I've done similar stuff. I mean, I've gone to detox, gone to the ER, and on my way out, stopped at a liquor store on the way home. You know, sometimes things that should scare you to death don't. That's a part of an addiction, is that your whole thinking is backwards. Everyone thinks you're an idiot. And pretty much everyone's right, but the reason you're acting like an idiot is something that feels, you know, addiction feels very necessary. You know, you do whatever you need to do to get whatever you need to get. And it's embarrassing, and you don't want to be confronted about it, and you don't want to be stopped. So you lie about it. And that's pretty much what I think she did. But then with the coming clean, it seemed like her crocodile tears maybe kind of transitioned into real tears. Because she was just crying and saying, all I want to do is eat. All I want to do is eat right now. That part I can relate to. Now, whether she's acting or whether she's not acting, some of it I think she was, some of it I think she wasn't. That's why I find her to be kind of a mind a little bit, because mixed in with what I think is a little sincerity and a little bit of a human being that might be reparable and could be, you know, could recover to some degree, is this, I need what I want when I want it, I want views, I want food, I want attention, me, I. Why can't Chantal sing? Oh God, that's a bad joke. She sings. I don't want to be mean about that. I'll keep that joke to myself. But at any rate, it's not surprising. It's disappointing. As someone who, I'm not one of the people that go onto the reaction channels. Like, I don't go on Zachary Michael's page and say, Chantal's wonderful, you shouldn't talk about her like that, just live and let live. No, I like the reaction channels. I watch Zachary Michael, but I even watched his reaction to this. And the first half of the video, he was giving her the business because she deserved it. She needed, you know, assuming she watches it, and she probably does, to hear what he was saying. Or maybe, even if she didn't need to hear it from him, she needed to hear it. And then as she started to kind of weep and say some real stuff as the video went on, he got kind of quiet a little bit. You know, he was kind of looking for the lie, because she was saying the truth about herself in a non-flattering way. And it sort of seemed like she was playing victim, and she was just kind of stating facts. So where does that leave me with my opinion of Big Beautiful Me, Chantal, Marie, Foodie Beauty? I'm still a sucker. I'm still a sucker. I don't think anyone's a lost cause. I really don't. I don't know her. I've never messaged her. I, again, have a very small channel. Doing a response to another YouTuber is something I do. This is like the 4th time I've ever done it, and it's really only to one YouTuber. And it's only because I know what it's like to have people hate you. And for something that you feel like you have no control over, she doesn't seem to stick with anything, including help that's been offered or that she's sought out. So there's some responsibility on her end, that since I think she knows she has a problem, she should pursue something to do about it. So that falls back on her. If she was just oblivious and had no insight about it at all, then that would be different. But she acknowledges, you know, the longer she goes on, that there's a problem. If she's not going to do anything about it, I don't know really what else there is to say. But I don't know. I'm holding out hope. I know, I'm a sucker. I'm gullible. I want to see things in people that aren't really there. Yes, all of that's probably true. But I don't know. I just feel bad. I mean, honestly, I just feel bad for her. I feel bad. So I'll watch. I'm not subscribed to her. Her subscribers went up, actually, in the last little bit, too. Not by much, but a little bit. And I'll be pulling for her, I guess. But again, I don't go onto other reaction channels and defend the hell out of her and talk shit on the reactors. I don't go on her channel and write long diatribes about what a beautiful person she is inside. I'm not talking about her looks. I just kind of sit back and watch the show. But I do have opinions about her, and that's pretty much it. That she's not well when it comes to dealing with food. And if binge eating disorder is anything like other eating disorders, it has very little to do with food anyway. And it's not about eating certain types of food or restricting your diet or processing grapes and lemons. That still bothers me so much. And it's more about, it's an inside job. It's an inside job. So I hope that something gets her attention sometime soon and that she doesn't die. Just in the interest of getting views. If that happens, that would be very unfortunate, but I have to say it would also not be a surprise. So, and that's the nature of addiction. When people die from addiction, it's very sad, but it's often not a surprise. So, wish for the best for you, Chantal, Foodie Beauty, Big Beautiful Me. Holding out hope, but, you know, don't make an idiot out of the rest of us who think that maybe there's a hair's chance that you could pull it, you know, you could pull out a win here. So that's my coffee talk. That's my rant. By the way, Marc's coffee creamer from the last video, very, very good. 2 cups of almond milk, 1 10-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Very good. So thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. You can follow me and Marc on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, space between and Marc. Or SmokeySteve space and Marc. Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, one word. Give us a thumbs up, and we will catch up with y'all soon. Bye. Ah.